Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Every single day, y'all. Every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about another victory by the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team. Another victory, and another victory. I need for you to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. If you want to see more of Captain Will, if you want to hear more of the sounds of the mellow tones of Captain Will, hit me up on iHeartRadio, hit me up on Apple Podcasts, hit me up especially on YouTube. So what are we going to talk about today? How about Kamilla Cardoso? Kamilla Cardoso didn't play in the basketball game. It was announced a few minutes before the game tipped off that Kamilla Cardoso was taking a rest day today. Coach Staley said that she got some aches and pains, some bumps and bruises, having 3 games overseas, all that travel, coming back over to the United States and play a lot of minutes against Tennessee in a big game, which had 16 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 block shots, played so well. So we needed her to get some much needed rest as we continue up SEC play. I said before the game that Alabama's a good basketball team. They got 20 victories, 7 victories in the SEC. And I thought this game was going to be closer. I did. I thought this game was going to be close. I thought Alabama was going to stand on a little business tonight. And they proceeded to scoring not a lot of points in the first half. They didn't score a lot of points in the first half. They left their offense back in the backwoods of Alabama. Yeah, and not like South Carolina was hitting on all cylinders either in the first quarter, because we weren't doing too much ourselves in the first quarter except getting a whole bunch of turnovers. But defense showed up tonight. And did what they did until the offense got going. And you can see how relieved these girls were to get this victory, and especially about the output that they did. I mean, 28-point victory over a team that's, they already has 20 victories and 7 victories in SEC, and it ain't nothing to stuff about. As we go on to play Kentucky on Sunday. But how we start games, South Carolina, and how we start victories at the University of South Carolina. We do. We always celebrate every little itty bitty thing that Carolina does. So this is not an itty bitty little thing. Dawn Staley, we doing a shout out, and a shout out to Coach Staley, and a shout out to her reaching her 600th victory. 600th victory at Temple and the University of South Carolina. Shout out to Dawn Staley. So we're doing a special shot glass. Hawaii shot glass, one of my favorite shot glasses. And it's in honor of our own coach, Dawn Staley, the GOAT herself. Cheers. Cheers to getting 600 victories. Continuing this SEC dominance. Continuing to do what we do, regardless of whatever circumstances that is placed in front of us. That is South Carolina basketball. That's South Carolina basketball. And I love the way this team continues to gel. I love the way, sometimes you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect in South Carolina basketball. And in college basketball in general, you don't know what to expect. This season's been topsy-turvy, up and down. A lot of teams losing when they should not necessarily lose, but that gives the parity of college basketball. You got Iowa right now losing to Indiana. by 11 points. And the narrative is that Caitlin Clark had 20 points at halftime. When you're down by 10 or 11 points, that don't really mean nothing. But what you have with South Carolina, you have multiple players in double figures in this basketball game. Multiple players in double figures because we share the ball. We pass the ball. Everybody eats. So you got Watkins with 14. You got Breezy with 13. You got Feigin. Feigin put in some work today with 10. Tessa with 12. Tessa Johnson with 12 big points tonight. And then you got Chloe with 9 points and Fulwiley with 9 points. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 players with 9 points or more in this basketball game. You know what that means? Everybody's having a good time playing basketball. Now, we didn't shoot the percentage that we normally shoot. We normally shoot about 49, 50%, but we shot about 39%. We didn't have a good shooting night at all and still won by 28 points. 28 points, and we did not have a good shooting night because Alabama ain't scored them a 44. They had 11 points. Alabama had 11 points in the first half. 11 points. I've been watching a lot of basketball for a lot of years. I'll be celebrating my 49th birthday in June. 49th birthday. I don't recall a high-level Division I basketball game in which a team only scored 11 points in the first half. I just don't recall those days, especially now in these days where the three-pointer is so viable and so useful. Alabama didn't help themselves. They only shot 22% from the field. 22% from the field. They shot 16% from the three. 16% from the three-point line. Our girls was 5 of 13 from three-point line at 39%. We average about 40% from three, so that's good. That's good. It's right around our average. Right around our average. South Carolina continue to do ball. They just ball out. We just ball out. I don't know how to say it. We just continue to ball out and rise to whatever occasion because the girls are tired. The girls are tired. We see it. The girls are tired. And maybe not physically, although Coach Staley did come out and say that, a little tired mentally and physically. You just see it on the faces like, we need to get these games over with. We need to get these games over with so we can go into the SEC tournament and go into the NCAA tournament where we can get the games that matter. Because when you clinch so early, I know that, we clinched the share of the SEC title and come on. We clinched the SEC about 5 games ago in the SEC. Real talk, we clinched the SEC when we beat LSU. It's just we just continuing. They trying to hold on, I guess. And mathematically, South Carolina gonna be number 1 seed in the SEC and gonna get the double bye and everything. All these things gonna transpire. But you want to keep teams alive. You know what I'm saying? You want to get viewers to tune in because even though the SEC season been over for a while. Get these girls to the championship. And I'm talking the championship, I'm talking the NCAA tournament. So they can play some games because they need to be challenged. Because they just rocking with emotion, with talent. And the crowd is just looking like, I wasn't at the game tonight, but I know just the outlook of on the television screen and just the volume out here, the crowd wasn't even like in it like that. Because when a team gonna lose, it's like, okay, how many points? That sort of thing. It's just we and again we spoil. Gamecocks are spoiled. We are a spoiled basketball team. And spoiled basketball fans because the expectations that we're going to win by 35 points every game. And tonight we won by 28 points. And we're going to play Kentucky on Sunday afternoon. And last time we played Kentucky, I don't even know if Kentucky showed up to the game. I have no idea. Somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up and let me know, did Kentucky show up to the game we played? Did we? Because I don't remember. Last time I checked, when Kentucky played South Carolina, we won by like 80,000 points. I'm just saying. Was it 80,000? It was a lot of points. It was a lot of points we played Kentucky. So, that game ain't going to be lit. I'm surprised game day ain't going to that game in Kentucky since they want to follow games that don't matter. Go up to Kentucky and follow them and have game day, bring the crew. When South Carolina beat the snot out of Kentucky. But we ain't got to Kentucky yet. Let's just recap this game over Alabama. And my co-players of the game tonight. Let's see who my co-players of the game tonight. I'm going to go with, who my co-player of the game? I'm going to do a little differently tonight. This is a little differently tonight. And I'm going to go with, first I'm going to go with Chloe Kitts. The Chloe didn't start off too well in this basketball game. She got yanked pretty quickly, but she recovered just like Chloe always does. And she finished with 9 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block shot. I mean, Chloe Kitts be putting in the work, y'all. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She be putting in the work. She's a really solid defender. She can get to the basket. I have no idea how sometimes she be getting the rebounds. I don't know. But she gets them, and she finished with 7 rebounds. She almost had a double-double. Chloe almost had a double-double tonight. 3 for 8 from the field. Like I said, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Very consistent player. Very good player. And I'm not going to stop talking about Chloe Kitts. I'm not. Y'all better get used to it, because I'll be talking about it a lot over the next few years. I just love watching her play. It's entertaining for me to watch Chloe Kitts play, because she tries hard, and she defends, and she gets up shots, and she rebounds the basketball. Chloe Kitts with 30 extra pounds is a straight-up beast. Straight-up beast. Because she getting rebounds, and the players are 20 pounds, 30 pounds heavier than her. But she defends because she ain't scared of nobody. So Chloe Kitts is first off my player of the day. She's my co-player of the day. And the second one, you know what? My second one is going to be, I'm going to have 3. I'm going to have 3. Because the second one is Bree Hall. Bree Hall showed up and got 13 points tonight. 6 for 8, 6 for 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3-pointers. Had another solid, basketball game defensively. You're not going to get a lot of rebounds from Breezy. You're not going to get a lot of assists from Breezy. What you're going to see is steady dose of defense, hitting that mid-range, hitting some layups, and hitting a 3 or 2. And you end up the day, she got 13 points. Bree Hall is playing good basketball once again. And my third one is off the bench. You're talking about Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson is a really good basketball player, y'all. 25th overall recruit in 2023 class. You notice something? Here's the thing. 2 of my players who played so well tonight are both in the 2023 class. Tessa Johnson, 25th player out of Minnesota. And then you got Chloe Kitts, the 17th ranked player out of the Florida. So the future is so bright for these girls. The future is so bright. There was a time on the court where we had Chloe, who's a sophomore. Asliyah Barker's a sophomore. Yeah, Tessa Johnson, who's a freshman. And he had MiLaysia Fulwiley as a freshman. There's a little peak. And then you had te-hina Pow, who's a senior. There's a little peek up under the curtain of what the future is going to be like for the South Carolina Gamecocks. And Tessa Johnson, 6'1", with long arms, can shoot the ball. Yeah, Tessa had 2 for 2 from 3-point range. She was also 4 for 4. Let me hear that say one more time, Cowboy. 4 for 4 for the free throw line. Finished with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson is a baller. And she only scratched the surface. I love me some MiLaysia Fulwiley from the crib. But I'm telling you this right here. Y'all heard it from me first. If you ain't heard it from me first, you heard it from me second or third. Tessa Johnson is not no afterthought in this 2023 class. Matter of fact, here's a little thing right here. Tessa Johnson, MiLaysia Fulwiley, and Chloe Kitts. Those 3 players in the 2023 class are future stars in the SEC. Future stars in the SEC and future stars all around in college basketball. Tessa Johnson has the potential to be a very good player in this basketball league. She does. She has all the tools, and she's playing her freshman year. Tessa playing her freshman year better than a lot of players on this basketball team has done in their freshman year. And I can list them off. Because she's good. She's good. We'll talk about how good she is later on, but she's a baller. Let's go through a few of these comments. Groovy Faye. What's up, everyone? Groovy Faye. I don't know if you hit me up before, but I like the name Groovy Faye. Roosevelt Johnson. What's up, fam? Once again, we started too slow. We did. We started slow, but dang, Alabama didn't get off the bus. They didn't get off the bus. So we started slow and they started slow. Nobody could buy a basket. And then South Carolina went on like a 17-0 run, you know. Elizabeth Amman, Too many turnovers. We must improve. We had 15 turnovers. We had 15 turnovers in this game. We had a bunch of turnovers in the first quarter. We did. But here's the thing. We averaged, I want to say, like 14 and a half turnovers anyway. We do. It just seemed like we had so many turnovers in this basketball game. We still ended up with 15. That's a lot. That's a lot. Alabama had 19. You know. Chuck Bailey, what's up, fam? Appreciate you, Chuck Bailey, for being a member. And you said, Will, let's get a project going. Bro, we talked the other day at the game. We sure do. Hit me up. DM me. Let's get this thing popping, man. Robin Minnick, very slow start, but I'm so glad for the win. I'm glad Tessa Johnson starts shooting the ball. I am too, brother. I am too, because she has such a pretty shot. She may have, it's between her and te-hina in terms of the prettiest shots on this basketball team. And you know, Tessa's a rainbow three, rainbow free throw, continues to do work. She passed up one free three-pointer that I thought she should have took. But if she would have hit that three-pointer, if she would have took that three-pointer, she would have been our leading scorer today off the bench. Tessa Johnson would have finished with 15 points. Love it. Michelle Malone, what's up? Thank you for being a member. I put on my Captain Will t-shirt and just sat back and watched the show. It was great to see everyone play. Michelle Malone, thank you, my sister. And Michelle Malone is a gold member, y'all. Michelle Malone is a gold member. She got a fly t-shirt. And I really appreciate it. If you want to become a member of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will family, just go to my YouTube page, click on the memberships, hit join, and follow the instructions. You're a gold member, you get a free cool t-shirt. For any gold member who has not received a t-shirt, please DM me your information so I can get it to you for free. That's the benefit of being a gold member. So, Shakim, what's up? That defense was suffocating. This is a team effort. If South Carolina plays like this, no team can beat them. Their balance was amazing to watch. I appreciate the comment, fam. I really do appreciate the comment. And the defense was on point. They were everywhere. And this is the thing, right? Because we talk a lot about offensive players and what they did and what they ain't doing, and we highlight the points and the rebounds and the assists and all these different things, right? We talk all about that stuff, and it makes the highlights. But what would not make the highlights on SportsCenter tonight? Won't make the highlights on SportsCenter tonight. Alabama scoring 11 points in the first half. All the defensive possessions that we were so dominant. That ain't gonna make it. That won't make it. But Carolina wins basketball games because we are so awesome defensively, and the defense keeps us in basketball games for our offense to get in track. Other teams don't do that. They don't do that at all. But we are so talented. I gave you the stats a couple days ago. I don't know. Watkins is the number one rated player defensively in the SEC. Number one. Kamilla Cardoso is number 2. And Raven Johnson is the number 1 ranked defensive perimeter player in the SEC. That's why we win so many basketball games. Now, our offense is so doggone good, too. Offense is so great, too. But defensively, we're a problem for any basketball team out there. Any basketball team. You name the team, we're a problem for them. And it continues on, and they're getting better and better and better. And it's such a young team. Everybody you saw on the court tonight has the potential to be back. Everybody has the potential to get back. And you only know that they're going to get better defensively. So the straight up crazy defensive squad that played tonight, and I use this as a justification because the eyes on that Kamilla Cardoso is going to move on, right? Okay. So the squad that you saw tonight, if te-hina Pow was to come back, that's who you rocking with next year to go along with Joyce and Maddie and the Dale Tag. This team defense should be better next year. Tessa's going to get better defensively. Ashlyn Watkins will get better defensively. Raven will continue to get better defensively. Bree, all these players are going to continue to get better defensively. Fulwiley has gotten better so much defensively over the course of this year. It's crazy. te-hina has played better defense than she ever played in Oregon. Ever. Go Google her. And it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So, I mean, if te-hina comes back, oh my Lord. Woo! I don't know what to say. Terrence Lewis, what's up, fam? Like I figured someone would rest. Didn't think it would be this game. Got to play the long game. Yeah. And don't be surprised. Do not be surprised against Kentucky. There's a couple more that rest. Don't be surprised whatsoever. Don't be surprised whatsoever because I don't care. We playing in Kentucky. I don't care. We playing in the coach's backyard. It don't matter. We ain't Kentucky. All right now. Bernard Thomas, I love tonight's defense. Same, fam. Same. Amy KK, thank you for being a member. Shot o'clock cap. You already know. Shot o'clock, 9:24. We got another victory. It just, we kind of, and somebody keep me up to date on this doggone Indiana Iowa game. I see that Indiana is winning by 8 over Iowa. Iowa is down by 8 points going into the fourth quarter. And let's see what Caitlin Clark 3 for 11 from 3-pointers. Oh my. About that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The love of Caitlin Clark. Yeah. But Darnell Baylor, hey, peoples, give a shout out to Walker for bringing that energy off the bench. She was putting in that work. Absolutely, she was. She was hustling. She was rebounding. She was pushing. She was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, blocking shots. Sakima Walker, like, okay, Kamilla ain't playing. Let me get my run. Let me do what I can do too. And she contributed. She contributed. And I love it. I love seeing Sakima Walker do something with those minutes. She had 3 big rebounds, 3 big block shots. Sakima Walker played like a 6'5" center that she is. And we getting into, we getting into the real season, y'all. We are getting into the real season, and Sakima playing that way is what we need for the rest of the games. That's what we need. That is what we need. Robert Whitaker, what's up, fam? What is up, my brother? Michelle J, how about them Gamecocks? Thank you for being a member as always, girl. Bench got some love too. Yeah. What was the stat where Carolina had 30 bench points or something, and Alabama had none? None. Like, how you go into basketball games or play, and your bench don't do none? There was 0 for 1, 3, 6, 8, 10. They were 0 for 10 from the bench, 0 for 2 from 3. The bench of Alabama refused to get into the ball game. They refused. And we had a lot to do with it. Shakim Walker was a beast in the post. Dawn was right when she said that Sakima can play, but the only reason she isn't getting minutes is because she has really good players in front of her. I mean, that is, Shakim, you're right. Because it's tough playing. It's tough being a member of this basketball team because you're good. And you're good, and if you was with another team, you'll be getting some burn. You know that. Sakima will get burned. Sania Feigin been waiting to get her burn, and she's getting it over the last, in the SEC play. And she's getting better and better and better and more confident. Somebody better tell other players on other teams that Sania Feigin is downright beast in the post. That little jump hook is deadly. She got offensive moves on top of offensive moves. We have Sania Feigin. We have Sakima Walker. We have Chloe and Ashlyn Watkins. We have so many players on this basketball team that can get buckets. And all those players I just named was in the post. And I ain't even talk about Kamilla Cardoso, who didn't even play. And we won by 28 points. Didn't even play. Didn't even suit up. Didn't even play. This team's scary, bro. It is scary. Adam Ritter, we did it. Amy KK, the freshman played great. I was really impressed with Tessa. Family, Tessa Johnson is a version of Bree Hall. She's a version of Bree Hall when Bree was a freshman, when Bree was coming out of Ohio. That is a version of Tessa Johnson. Now, Tessa at this level as a freshman is a better shot maker in terms of three than Bree was. But defensively, they're pretty similar. Size, Tessa just about an inch taller than Bree. Tessa is going to be a problem for the SEC. She's going to be a problem. She has a quick step. She can fake that three, go to the basket, and finish because she's strong. Tessa's going to be a problem. Like I said before, we talk a whole lot about MiLaysia Fulwiley. We talk a lot about MiLaysia Fulwiley. We better put some respect on Tessa Johnson's name. I'm telling you, that sounds like a future show. Put some respect on this girl's name because she's a baller. She is a baller. Jack Nimmons, Kitts, Watkins, Feigin, Walker. Our front court is so deep. I wish we played smart and cut out the careless turnovers. Defense is amazing. Offense is going through a drought. Time to lock in ASAP. You tell no lies right there. You tell no lies right there. You talking about Kitts, 5-star recruit. Watkins, 5-star recruit. Feigin, 5-star recruit. Walker, 4-star recruit. I mean, the talent in the post tonight is so special. And then you throw in Kamilla Cardoso as a 5-star recruit, particularly go top 4 in the WNBA draft. The post is straight up locked. And yeah, I agree with you. We didn't have a good no shape or form that we have a good offensive shooting game tonight. Watkins was 4 for 12. Raven was 0 for 5. Powell was 2 for 7. Feigin was 4 for 10. And Fulwiley was 3 for 9. We had a lot of players that didn't shoot the ball well. But they didn't shoot the ball well, but they locked it in defensively. And it was something. And I take it. I literally would take it if we're not playing well offensively because I know our defense is so great. Offense will be around. They just got to get through these games unscathed with no injuries and everybody stay intact. We get through this Kentucky game. We get through that Arkansas game on Thursday at 9 p.m. for whatever reason. Have no idea. And then we play, senior night, Tennessee. And then we go to the tournament and get these things going. Get these things popping. These girls need a challenge and they need somebody to test them. Really test them. And I ain't talking about test them when we ain't playing well. I ain't talking about that type of test. I'm talking about a test them when we are playing well. When the girls ain't going through the motions. And the girls, to me, I might be wrong, but it seems like the girls are going through the motions. They're going through the motions. And it's not a video game, so they are, and they're kids. They're babies. They are babies. Sean Landrum, Sacramento plays down to the competition too much. I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't, because it's several times that me specifically think that we should blow out a team and we don't. That we should beat the crap out of a team and then we don't. Georgia specifically just comes to mind. Like we should have beat this, but Georgia also played. So Georgia got up for the game. We did not. We still won the game by 14 points, but we didn't play well at all. Tonight, we didn't play well by offensively, but we played sensational defensively and won by 28 points. I think it's one of those times it's just a long season. You got a lot of girls on this team right now who's played the most minutes they've played since they've been in uniform. And they're hitting the wall. NBA, they call it the Ricky wall. Hitting the Ricky wall. I think some of my girls are hitting that wall like, yo, I'm putting a lot of minutes on my body right now. A lot of minutes on my body. And I think they're feeling it. I really think they're feeling it. But I love the comment, fam. James, Shakima's defense is outstanding. So proud of her. I am looking forward to seeing how Shakima's defense tonight, how analytically speaking, her defensive rating, because it should be really good. She had a solid defensive night tonight. She did. Amy KK, our defense had a little something to do with the Tide 22%. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. They everywhere they went, we were there. It was crazy. It was like they can't even get in the offensive set. Like they had half-court offense in the first half. They had no shot. They had no chance. They had no chance of getting the basket up. And then you look at the shot clock, it's like 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, we was in their grill. We was everywhere they could go. The coach is sitting there looking like, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what to do right now. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was something. Byron Keith, South Carolina, looked better. They turn it up when they want to. Defense is more consistent than offense. As long as they play defense like this, they should win the championship. I agree with you. Defense is more consistent than our offense. Over the course of the year, that's a true statement. Now, offense is still really, really good. Now, let's not get it twisted now. But and we still top 4 in the country in terms of offense. After this game, we'll probably be top 5 in offense. But defense, our defense, we are so much better than the next team defensively. It's not even a situation. You know, I'm curious about who is the second best defense right now in the country. Obviously, South Carolina has the number 1 defensive rating, but I am curious to see who has the second best. And it's West Virginia. West Virginia has the second best defense in the country. West Virginia, Stony Brook, Kansas State, Norfolk State. Norfolk State, I think we played them last year in the tournament. Yeah. South Carolina by a lot. Carolina by a lot. You know, we're so special. Risky 33, super spoiled. Yes, we are super spoiled. We are super spoiled. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that we could say that we super spoiled after the mess that we've been through in the years and back in the days when they was giving away tickets, when they was selling. Fun fact. Here's a fact right here. Back in the day when I was in college and some of y'all was in college, South Carolina, they was giving away tickets to South Carolina games. If they weren't giving it away, they was selling them for $1. $1 to go to a South Carolina women's basketball game. In the history of the future, that sounds crazy, in the history of the future, in the future, ever, there would not be a situation, first off, where you're going to be giving away tickets to a South Carolina basketball team, ever. It is a hot ticket, no matter where they play, who they play, and whatever the circumstances that it is going to be. I hope that there's a situation where Carolina can do some crazy stuff like play on Williams-Brice Stadium. I really hope that will happen. And play somebody. Here's a situation, yo. And I hope somebody's listening. South Carolina, USC plays Southern Cal, the other USC, at Williams-Brice Stadium next year on the football stadium. Man, there'd be so many people at that game. It'd be so many people at that game. And then next year, we go to LA. And I'm always trying to get to LA. Always. And do it on their football stadium. That would be insane. Now, you know, they're not as passionate. Because SEC, it just means more. You know, everything just means more. Football, basketball, all this stuff means more. But I'm just saying, you tell them, we couldn't get like 30,000 to 40,000 people at a football game, at the football stadium for South Carolina winning basketball? Shoot. If we play, like next year, we should play LSU at home, right? We play LSU at home. Don't have the Colonial Life Arena. Have it at Williams-Brice Stadium. Man, shoot. That's all I'm going to say. Well, hey, it is shot o'clock again. It's time to tap in. And shot o'clock. And this one is for all that 2023 class who just been balling. I mean, you're talking about 2023 class who been balling. You talking about Tessa. You talking about Chloe. And you talking about MiLaysia Fulwiley. Sania John's not on the squad right now, but it's a shout out for the 2023 class and how great that class is and how great, you know, Dawn Staley and staff have been recruiting. That is it. You ain't got no drama. You ain't got no crazy stuff going on with his team. And you ain't hearing no stuff about mamas going against other mamas on Twitter. You ain't see no stuff about no fighting. You ain't hear everybody going to class. Everybody doing what they supposed to do. Everybody is locked in going for this chip this year. So a shout out to the 2023 class and just having a normal basketball team. Cheers. So special. So special. Nolan, what's up, fam? Nolan, new member, silver level. What's up, my guy? Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. And you know, I have to thank everybody who supports Captain Will. I have to thank you. I really do. I thank everybody because we are it'll be a year doing this in April, and we've grown so fast. Everything is popping, you know, and it's all thanks to loyal subscribers and loyal viewers, and I can never thank you enough. And it's just a dope space to be in having the ability to be myself, my own crazy, you know, self in front of y'all and at games, and it's just a lot of love. And then we can just talk about basketball a lot, and we're going to continue to talk about basketball. I don't know how when the season ends, you know, all the other podcasts we've been talking about basketball lately. You know, it's a lot of y'all out here just jumping on the bandwagon, but it's cool. It's cool. It's fine. But the only difference that with Captain Will, I'm still be talking about basketball after the season's over. I still be talking about basketball 3, 4, 5 times a week, even in May, July, when ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about, but I'm still be talking about college basketball and then his team. Because that's what we do, and that's what y'all love to hear. All right, so Ethan Tremblay, Sakima Walker had her best defensive game tonight, aka Tessa. I would say also Tessa was the player of the game. Tessa balled out. Tessa did work. And when I rewatch this game tomorrow, I'm like, whoa, Tessa is really good basketball player. I love it. Ernest Boyd, what's up, fam? Sakima Walker played well tonight. She didn't score. Nah, but it's more than scoring. You got to continue to tell folks it's more than scoring in a basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. There's more to it. She didn't score, but she blocked 3 shots and played good defense and hustled. I'm proud of this team. Same. Couldn't say it better, my brother. Couldn't say it better. So proud of this team. Jack Nimmons, I love Chloe, but stay off the floor, please. Yo, that was a play when Chloe went down. She went down. Another player went down. And I think the ref was close to going down. It was like dominoes. I like Chloe would get a rebound, fall down, a pretty assist to Tessa, who hit that 3. I'm like, oh boy, Chloe's all over the place. It's risky 33. I still can't believe Tessa's that tall. She looks short on TV. Until you stand beside her. You go to a game, you had opportunity to stand beside Tessa. Like, whoa, she is tall. She's tall. She is tall. And ladies and gentlemen, just to give an update, Auburn is beating LSU right now. They are beating LSU by 3 points. If Auburn beats LSU at LSU and sweep that series, LSU gonna lose their mind tonight. And Iowa is losing to Indiana by 9 points with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. I guess Iowa's defense decided not to play ball this game because Indiana is scoring at will. Could be because Iowa has one of the worst defenses in the country, but nobody talks about it. Just imagine. Could be that Iowa commits so many turnovers in a basketball game. But the number 4 team in the country, according to the AP poll. Yeah, right. You know a stat that people never talk about with Caitlin Clark? Oh, she just scored. She just led the world of the solar system of 3-pointers and shots and all this stuff. You know what she also does? She leads the league. She leads the college basketball world in turnovers. Leads the league in turnovers. But we don't talk about that, right? And wow, did I just see that? Hold on. Something I just missed. Oh, UCLA and Utah just started. Notre Dame beat the brakes off Clemson. That ain't nothing new. Duke blew out Syracuse. That's the upset. Louisville blew out Georgia Tech. This is your minute-to-minute update right now. And North Carolina State lost to North Carolina by 10 points. It's a lot of upsets, right? So North Carolina State lost. Iowa gonna lose. LSU is losing. Syracuse lost. It's a lot of upsets, but you know who ain't being upset? South Carolina. South Carolina ain't being upset. All these other squads, all these other teams, all these quote unquote top level teams are losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Okay. That's why I say it's Carolina and a big gap. I mean, that's the way it is. We are so much better. I'm not going to say we're going to win every single game this season. I'm not going to say that. But what, we 26-0? 26-0? Okay. After this game tonight, I would be 23-4? Don't have Iowa no number 4 team in no country. They ain't no number 4 team in no country. Hell, they might be. They're just not as good. You know, LSU got them with 13th in the country. LSU. Come on, y'all. You do this stuff for ratings, bro. Do this stuff for ratings. Darnell Bailey, Tessa. That's our country for Tessa. That's old country name, Tessa. Tessa, go on out there. Shell these peas, me girl. Come on now. We gotta shell these peas. Shell these butter beans. That's how my grandma used to do back in the day with us. We would sit right. We'd go out there. We had a garden and everything. Go get them butter beans. We'd shell them strain beans, shell them. Me and my brother, because my sister didn't do nothing because she was so much younger. So it just me and my brother just doing everything. You know, that's how it was. So we shelling them peas and talking and saying some old Negro spirituals. It was some stuff back in the day in the country, boy. It was some stuff. And so Tessa and Walker gets my game ball today. They brought the energy, spark. Tessa with her 3 and D tonight. Walker boxes out and blocks shots and rebounding the ball was the key. She does. She boxes out well. She uses her body. She shields defenders. She had 3 block shots in limited play. I mean, come on. You can't beat that with a stick. I'm just telling you. And Tessa, we already talked a lot about Tessa. She just balling. Ethan Tremblay, the ladies have to learn when to shoot versus pass. That's where all the turnovers are coming from, Captain Will. They're working it out. You're right. They're working it out. They are. And Jack Timmons, Asliyah Feigin are co-players of the game. LOL. Come on, Cap. Asliyah Feigin. I don't say. Here's the reason I say Asliyah, because Asliyah shot 4 for 12. Ashlyn Watkins was inefficient today shooting the ball. She had, solid defense as she always do. But if I'm just being real, she had, we say 4 for 12, and she had 4 turnovers. So we just can't overlook turnovers now. We can't be like some of these other podcasts and other media folks, and we don't, just, such and such had 25 points and 8 rebounds and 7 assists, but she also had seven turnovers. So we just can't say that. Now Watkins, she had as many turnovers as she had field goals. We just keeping it real now. She was 4 for 12. She was 4 for 12 now with 4 turnovers. So 3 block shots, that's a regular day for Watkins. That's her average. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't nothing special to me. 10 rebounds, that's a little bit above average. But she ain't shoot well at all. Now, her free throws, she was 6 for 8. I don't know where that came from. So she was shooting the 3 ball well. And we always lament how bad of a free throw shooting South Carolina was or is. But tonight we was 17 for 24. That's pretty solid. That was pretty solid for us. 71%. That ain't bad. But I just can't give it to Asliyah Watkins because she didn't shoot well. She didn't shoot well, and she didn't. And she had 4 turnovers. She had the most turnovers on the game. She had the most turnovers by a Gamecock tonight, so I can't do that. Fulwiley had 3 herself. I just can't do that. That's why I said Chloe. And I talk about Chloe. Her 9 points and 7 rebounds and 2 assists, 2 steals, 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers. And I talk about Tessa. Had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. She had 2 turnovers. She had 2. Okay. But she was also efficient. She was 3 for 4 from the field and 2 for 2 from 3-point line and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Okay. And then who was the last one? So I said Tessa, I said Chloe, and I said Bree. Because with her 13 points, 1 rebound, 6 for 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from a 3-point line. But she only had 1 turnover. Turnovers mean a lot to me. In my book, turnovers mean a lot to me because every time you turn over the basketball, you get the other team an opportunity to score. Either an easy score or a tough score. Regardless, you're giving the other team an opportunity to score. So I put a lot more emphasis on turnovers than other teams, the other media folks do, because they matter. It's just like in football. You have a whole bunch of interceptions. If Pat Mahomes would have 4 interceptions and 4 touchdowns, they wouldn't have won the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you break it even. You break it even. But if you have 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. But you just I just put a lot more weight for turnovers than a lot of other folks do. I do. It's just, that's the nature of the beast. The nature of the beast with Captain Will. And that's what you love about me. That's what I love about y'all. Y'all keep me straight, though. Ooh, child. I'm going to have to rewatch this Iowa game. Because Indiana beating the brakes off of Iowa. They're about 17 on Peacock. You know, that's a crazy thing. A good game. Iowa, number 4, Indiana, number 14. It's on Peacock. You know, women's basketball need to get with it. They first off, you had the number 1 basketball team in all the land playing on the SEC network. Let's start with that. Then you got the most polarizing player in Caitlin Clark playing on Peacock, which means that you actually have to have a subscription to watch the game. Then you got the defending national champion in LSU playing at 9:00 on SEC network. Now, I will say this right here. They got Utah and UCLA playing on ESPN right now. But it just got to do better. They got to do better with these scheduling, man. I know they schedule games earlier, but I don't care. They flex games for other reasons, you know. They need to flex games that matter. You look at the schedule and you say, okay, because when you're doing the schedule, you just say, hey, okay, defending champion need to be on ESPN or ABC every single time. Goes without saying. That shouldn't be a discussion. That shouldn't be scheduled discussion. And you say, like, okay, let's say the top 8 teams in women's college basketball, you make it accessible to see every single time they play. Just make it accessible. That's all you have to do. Just make it accessible. But if you have to go to a streaming service to watch a basketball game, Peacock, ESPN Plus, any of them, that ain't right to fans. Pac-12 been balling this year. And you got to have the Pac-12 network to watch a game. That ain't right. Come on. That ain't right at all. Do better next year, ESPN. Do better. Y'all the worldwide leader. And let's lead. Lead by example now. Lead by example. I'm telling you. Lead by example. And it would just mean you would bring more fans. You would bring more fans to women's basketball. And that's what we want, right? That's what we want at the end of the day. That is what we want. Yo, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to this thing, man. Hit the like button. It helps the program grow. Dexter Brown, our players knew what was at stake after the game. Champions once again. Yeah. They knew. And we was going to be champions anyway, but I appreciate the sentiment. You know, and we champions again. We can't take that stuff lightly. They put that graphic up. You know, 2022, we lost to Kentucky. You know, in the SEC tournament, that was not good. That was not good. I still cry about that one tonight. But we won the chip, though. We won the chip. So we got another regular season title. So that'll go up there, up in the rafters. We got the SEC tournament starting in a couple weeks. That'll go up there as well. And then we got the big tournament. We got the Revenge Tour coming on. Alan Pavon, what's up, fam? Thank you for being a member, Captain. I know we are winning, but we are not playing at the championship level. The turnovers are crushing us at times. What do you say about that? I mean, I don't even know what the championship level mean right now. I don't know what that means. It's tough to quantify what a championship level means at this point. Because if we ain't playing at championship level, there ain't no team in the country playing at the championship level. None. Because we are still 2-3 steps ahead of everybody else in the country. Everybody else in the country, we are 2 steps ahead. Because I'm just gonna pull up the AP poll, right? I'm gonna pull up the AP poll. So South Carolina obviously number one, all the first place votes. Okay, that's a given. Then they got Ohio State is number two. And y'all been watching Ohio State. I don't believe they're the number two team in the country, but they got them number two at 2023. Got Stanford, Iowa, who just lost. And then we go by Ohio State. They lost 3 times. Stanford lost 3 times. You got Texas, who's number 5. They've lost 3 times. North Carolina State lost again tonight. Southern Cal got number 7. It's Southern Cal is not the number 7 ranked team in this country. I'm here to tell y'all that right now. They aren't. They're a good basketball team, but defense is optional. And it just, I don't know what quantifies as championship level team. You can't say that because everybody make mistakes. Every team make mistakes. We're averaging 14.5 turnovers a game. Okay. But you got teams, really good, supposedly really good basketball teams who average 20, 21, 22 turnovers a game. You got some of these teams that, we were number one in the country, number one in the country in defense. And you got some teams like let's say Ohio State, who's not top 25 in terms of defense. You got a Stanford who is 25th in defense. You got Iowa, who I ain't want to talk about where they rank defensively. I mean, we have our qualms. We have our we argue, we fuss, we nitpick, and we do all those things about our basketball team. But you peel back that onion a little bit, a time or two. The only team, in my humble opinion, and it could be why we're undefeated in the regular season and in the conference and everything, and number, tops in net ranking and everything. The only team that is playing at a championship level is South Carolina. It only won. We're still undefeated. We still got a top 15 strength of schedule. So it's really tough. Like you tell me, Alan, tell me who is playing at a championship level if it ain't Carolina. Because I don't know one. I ain't got one. Can't be UCLA. Can't be Colorado. LSU, no. Virginia Tech, no. You just let a brother know, because I don't know. I don't know who is, if it's not South Carolina, I don't know who, because this right now, and I ain't saying the odds are like this. I ain't saying it like this right here. But y'all remember when Tiger Woods was so great at golf? I mean, just amazing. It was like, okay, you taking Tiger, you taking the field. I'm almost, for this year right here, I'm pretty much like that now. I'm like Carolina or who else? Like who gonna be? And if we play our B+ game, who gonna be Carolina? Ohio State? Nah. Stanford? Nah. Iowa? Hell no. Texas? North Carolina? No. If we play our B+ game, we play our A+ game, don't even show up because you're not gonna have a chance of winning. We play our A+ game, we play our A-level game. Don't even go to mail it in, go to the concession stand, go get some gummy worms and a little bit of sweet tea, and they'll sit down because y'all ain't gonna have a chance of winning. Now we play our seed game like we played against Iowa last year. We have the potential of losing that basketball game. But as long as we stay locked in and defense stay where it is, and offensively we are what we're doing, man, I don't know. Somebody help a brother out because I'm confused. Crunk Girl Walker is getting confident. She is. I hope she gets a more run. Well, I ain't gonna say hope. I know she getting more run on Sunday. It's Kentucky, so I ain't worried about that. She's gonna play a lot against Kentucky. No disrespect to Kentucky, but we beat y'all by 60 points. I'm like, good Lord. Will we beat y'all by 60 points on Sunday? Probably not. We ain't gonna beat y'all by 60. I see a good 40. Though. Mocha Latte, they need to get her the ball more. There was some times, it was just, Mocha Latte, I appreciate your comment. Always do. You've been rocking me for a long time. So there was some time where she was open and then didn't give her the ball. So you had an ill-advised shot by another player. It could be because they don't trust her enough to get her the ball. That's the only thing I can say. Michael Conyers, Raven need to rest as well. Shout out to Tessa and Lay for holding it down. And Raven got a great rest the second half. She didn't play much at all. And she only finished with 17 minutes of this basketball game. She needed to rest. And it showed that she was tired. It showed. I think, hell, all those rebounds she been getting, it might be wearing on her. 15 rebounds, 12 rebounds, 10 rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds. But anyone know the Alan Pavon? Anyone know the latest on Sania job? Does she even show up for the home games? Yes, she shows up for the home games. And yes, here's the thing too. I saw her in a practice clip. She wasn't in a Gamecocks jersey, but she was one of the highlighters that they scrimmaged against. I saw that. So she ain't too far away from the game. Darnell Baylor, hey Cap, I need your honest opinion. Who you think would win the SEC Player of the Year? I had a long conversation with a LSU cat this week. Long conversation. And they kept telling me that, it should be Angel Reese or Nisa Morrow or something like that. And my honest opinion is that Kamilla Cardoso should be, at this point right now, the SEC Player of the Year. She should be SEC Player of the Year. And I say that because she's the second highest, lowest rated defender in the SEC, right behind Ashlyn Watkins. Okay. She is, I think it was top 2 or 3 offensive rating with post players, okay, in the conference. And you have an Angel Reese, and you have Angel Reese who plays 7 more minutes than Cardoso, and you have a Nisa Morrow who plays 9 more minutes than Cardoso. And Nisa Morrow, she plays 9 more minutes than Cardoso, but she averaged like a point more and like a rebound more, but she plays 9 more minutes. And you have Angel Reese, who I think she's averaging like 3 points more and a couple more rebounds. But you have Cardoso, who's averaging more block shots than both of them, more assists than both of them, and a lower defensive rating than Morrow and Angel Reese by a good margin. And we all here to talk about Angel Reese being such a great defensive player. She is a really good defensive player, but Angel Reese is not as good defensively as Cardoso. She's not. She's about 9 points worse. 9 points worse in defensive rating than Cardoso. So Cardoso is having, at this point in time, February 22nd, she's having the best all-around season for the Gamecocks. The best overall season, offensively and defensively. The best overall season. Okay. And playing for the number 1 ranked team in the country by a wide margin. It's, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to me. If defense matters, Cardoso should be the number 1 player in the conference. Player of the Year. Number 1 overall player for South Carolina, who happens to be the number 1 ranked team in the country, who's averaging 26 minutes a game, not 33, not 35 minutes, and putting up pretty much the same stats that those 2 players are putting up. Come on now. Give it to her. Pam Burke, Raven's mom, tweeted that Raven wasn't feeling well. Thank you for the update, fam. Thank you so much for the update. And I think we sometimes forget that these are kids and these are babies and these are, dealing with stuff, when you're sick and still got to go play and you got to turn it on. You got to be good, all those different things. Stuff happens. So hope she gets well and hope she, things happen. James Jones, what's up, fam? Great show, Captain Will. If Papa comes back to the Gamecocks, we'll have a UConn of the old days season, winning by 40 points every game with ESPN camping out in Columbia for 120 days. You tell no lies. If Papa comes back to South Carolina with the addition of Joyce and Maddie, Adele Tack, oh my Lord, it's going to be straight up crazy. And as she is Wayne, imagine if we get Sarah Strong. Wow. And Joyce is still recruiting Sarah Strong to the Gamecocks. They're gonna be playing together for a couple of games. They got the not the America Cup. They have the McDonald's All-American game. In April. And there's word that'll be when Sarah Strong actually announced, but they're on the same team for that. And this is what is it? Is the Pan Am Games? It's some type of other international situation. They're on the same team. I kind of put it in the vein of how Chloe was recruiting Joyce during the summer when they was playing on the same Team USA. Relationships matter, y'all. Relationships matter. I'm just saying. That'd be a crazy thing if it does. Crazy thing. Shondell Matthews. Hey, Cam Will. I'm in your neck of the woods, North Carolina, with my daughter. Hey, girl, what's up? Good game tonight. My daughter's joining the show with me tonight. Oh, tell her I said, what's up? Cam, I say, hey. Hey, daughter of Shondell Matthews. Tiff Brown, good dub. You're right. You are so right. Chuck Bailey, Gamecocks in the house, family. Gamecocks in the house. Gamecocks in the house. Yo, make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share. Make sure you subscribe. Can't say that over and over and over again. Can't say it enough. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate everything that y'all doing for this program. And this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. And make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, the best daily Gamecock coverage you're going to find on the internet. You're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.